Oh, hi. I'm Chris from airwindows, and I'm here to show you something that you've kind of already seen before, but this is a different way of seeing it in a sense. Here is HermeTrim. Gesture towards it somehow. Um, this is a variation on every trim that I'm making possible because one of my plugin users, the guy that does Hermetech mastering, who previously asked me for a high pass and that I did for him, Hermit Pass, wanted every trim but had in mind a much more subtle variation. And I can demonstrate that as follows. Here. 1 dB plus or minus. So you can kind of hear what it's doing. Here's the deal. This guy is working in mastering, so he needs an incredibly pure trim for things like left and right and mid and side and the master gain. But he doesn't need like 12 dB of gain. If you need 12 dB of gain plus or minus, every trim is still there. So you want to use every trim for that. Or if you have this feature, which Logic has, where you can hold down Option. See, it says hold Option key for fine adjustment. And then you get really small adjustments there. And that's one way of doing it. See, the mouse is going back and forth and the fader is barely moving. A number of Apple plugins, Apple hosts, let you do that. And there are ways to do that in other ways. Excuse me. And here we have another country heard from. But HermeTrim is there because he didn't have a shortcut like that and needed to be able to do really subtle modifications. So this is the kind of thing that I can do because I'm just out here doing the Patreon thing. Oh no, please don't play with the... If you play with this thing, I'll never be able to speak to anybody again. Do not do the thing. Anyways, the other thing I'm talking about here is I'm putting out HermeTrim. That is the 1.5 plus or minus dB. It is a sort of mastering ultimate subtlety adjustment. And if you want this, you know who you are. But I'm also going to point out that I'm going to try to do some Twitch streaming and do some music. And you can see sort of my rig here with all of this random, my toys of the airwindows studio. And you're seeing this from either the view that Twitch will be seeing it or the opposite view, because I might have it over there instead. But my hope is that I can, do some music, talk about how I'm doing things, so on and so forth. That Zoxbox there is being built. This one is patched so that I can run the Bastel Castel into it in a variety of interesting and bizarre ways. And I'm delighted to talk about all of this stuff. Thing is that I had to come up with a camera angle for it and do a whole bunch of stuff as far as learning how to make OBS, Open Broadcasting System, work properly. And my board over here, I had to be able to run the board into the Modu 16A and mix stuff down inside that so that I could have a direct input off of the board. But point being, here is HermeTrim, and I'm making some videos for other stuff, but this is a little glimpse of what it's going to look like when I'm doing my Twitch streaming and doing music and talking about music. And with a bit of luck, that should be fun, and we'll see how it goes. for now, thanks for listening. I'll talk to you later. And I've got a number of other plugins to release as well, so including a new one called Swell, which I'm really looking forward to showing people. So talk to you later.